What if I told you there's an animal out there that could lift a jet plane with the same ease as you lifting a backpack? Or another that can crush its prey's bones just by giving it a hug? And then there's the bird that can snatch prey twice its size in mid-flight as effortlessly as trying to one-trip all the grocery bags. These aren't creatures from myth. They exist here, on Earth right now. So which creature takes the ultimate title as the strongest? Could it be the gigantic elephant, the ferocious tiger, or perhaps something much smaller, but far mightier than it seems? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover will completely redefine how you think about strength in the animal kingdom. Stick around, because we'll be revealing not only the heavyweight champions like the African elephant and the tiger, but also the tiny creatures that pack a punch well above their size. By the end of this video, you'll know the answer to questions like, how does an insect outclass a gorilla in strength? Which animal's bite is so powerful it could crush steel? And which creature rules as the ultimate strongest, pound for pound? Why strength matters in the animal kingdom? When you think of strength, what comes to mind? Muscles? Power? Ability? In the animal kingdom, strength is often the deciding factor between life and death. But here's something to think about. Strength isn't just about brute force. It's about adaptation, survival, and strategy. Strength can mean many things. The ability to lift a heavy load, to carry prey, to defend against predators, or even to crush bones with a single bite. Each animal has evolved its unique version of strength to survive in its environment. And here's something fascinating. The strongest animal isn't always the biggest. In fact, sometimes the smallest creatures exhibit the most astonishing feats of strength relative to their size. Now that we've set the stage, let's move into the what part of our journey, breaking down the different types of strength and seeing how different animals excel in each category. The tinny titan, the dung beetle. Let's start small, really small. The dung beetle may not seem like much, but it's an absolute powerhouse when it comes to relative strength. This little insect can pull objects weighing up to 1,000 times its body weight. That's the equivalent of a human pulling a Boeing 747. Incredible, right? Here's how they do it. Dung beetles roll dung balls to feed on or to lay their eggs inside. And while it might seem strange to us, this task requires enormous strength and endurance. They can roll their dung balls for up to 50 times their body length, showing not just strength, but also endurance and stamina. But what makes the dung beetle truly impressive is its place at the very top of the relative strength scale. Pound for pound, there's no stronger animal on Earth. Which raises a big question. How can something so small be so powerful? The collaborative powerhouse, the leafcutter ant. Next up, we have the leafcutter ant. These ants are not only strong as individuals, but even more so as a collective. They can carry pieces of leaves that weigh 50 times their body weight, the equivalent of a human lifting a car over their head. What's even more fascinating is how leafcutter ants work together in colonies of millions. They cut leaves into pieces and carry them back to their nests, where they use the leaves to grow fungus, their primary food source. Their strength is not just in their ability to carry heavy loads, but also in their endurance. They can march for hours, often covering long distances while carrying their heavy leaf fragments. This collaborative strength highlights an important point. In the animal kingdom, sometimes it's not just about individual strength, but the power of teamwork. But still, how can an ant carry so much weight? The answer lies in their muscular system, which is optimized for power despite their tiny size. The mountain of muscle, the gorilla. Now let's talk about an animal that's a little more familiar, yet equally impressive. The gorilla is known for its absolute strength. In fact, a gorilla can lift objects weighing more than 1,800 pounds. That's about 10 times its body weight. But it's not just about lifting. Gorillas also have incredible grip strength, which they use to climb trees, defend themselves, and manipulate objects. Their muscular arms and hands allow them to move heavy logs or even boulders when necessary. And when it comes to relative strength, a gorilla is at least 4 to 9 times stronger than an average human. Just imagine being able to lift a car with the ease of lifting a grocery bag. That's the kind of strength we're talking about. The gorilla's strength, however, isn't just about power. It's also about precision and control. They use their strength for everything from foraging to social interactions. showing that sometimes the strongest animals are also the most thoughtful. The silent strangler, the anaconda. Now, strength isn't always about lifting or pulling. In the case of the anaconda, strength comes from its ability to apply crushing force. Anacondas can exert a constriction pressure of 90 psi, enough to break bones and suffocate their prey. To put that into perspective, that's like having a 90-pound weight pressing down on every square inch of your body. Not exactly the way you'd want to go. Anacondas use their immense constrictive strength to overpower prey, usually by coiling around their victim and squeezing until they can't breathe. What's fascinating is the precision with which they do this. It's not just brute force, it's calculated, patient, and efficient. Once their prey is immobilized, the anaconda can swallow it whole, making it one of nature's most fearsome predators. The Earth's strongest land mammal, the African elephant. When it comes to sheer size and power, it's hard to beat the African elephant. These giants are the strongest land mammals on the planet, capable of carrying loads up to 20,000 pounds. That's 9,000 kilograms, or the weight of about 3 SUVs. And it's not just their overall size that makes African elephants so powerful, it's their trunks. The trunk of an African elephant contains around 40,000 muscles, compared to the 600 or so in the entire human body. This incredible muscle structure allows elephants to lift 800-pound logs with ease, or delicately pluck small objects, like a single blade of grass. Their trunks are not just tools for lifting, though. Elephants use them for communication, breathing, and even defense. When we talk about endurance strength, elephants are also world-class. They can travel long distances, sometimes up to 50 miles in a day, carrying heavy loads, including branches and trees, without tiring. This incredible stamina, combined with their immense lifting power, solidifies the African elephant's place as the undisputed strongest land mammal. But here's something to think about. While the elephant may hold the title for absolute strength, it doesn't rank as highly in terms of relative strength. Despite being able to carry tons of weight, the ratio of what it can lift compared to its own body size is not as impressive as the smaller creatures like the dung beetle or rhinoceros beetle. It raises an intriguing contrast. How much does size really matter when measuring strength? The sky's strongest predator, the harpy eagle. Now let's take to the skies with one of the strongest flying predators, the harpy eagle. This formidable bird of prey can carry animals up to 3 times its own body weight, making it the strongest bird when it comes to lifting strength. Imagine a human casually flying while holding a small car. That's the kind of power we're talking about with the harpy eagle. What makes the harpy eagle even more impressive is its grip strength. Its talons can exert a crushing force of 110 psi, which is enough to puncture and hold on to its prey, usually monkeys or sloths, as it soars back to its nest. This grip is so powerful that it can actually crush bones, allowing the eagle to capture and kill larger prey with ease. The combination of flight, power, and predatory skill makes the harpy eagle a lethal force in the sky. But here's where we open another loop. How does an animal like the eagle, with its relative lightweight frame, manage to overpower prey much larger and stronger? That answer lies in its evolution. Harpy eagles have evolved to have short, powerful wings that allow them to navigate dense forest canopies, as well as incredibly sharp talons designed for gripping and holding on to moving prey. The mighty rhinoceros beetle. We're returning to the insect world with the rhinoceros beetle, another tiny titan of strength. The rhinoceros beetle is capable of lifting objects 850 times its body weight. To give you a relatable comparison, if you were as strong as a rhinoceros beetle, you could easily carry 65 tons, about the same weight as 10 elephants. This feat places the rhinoceros beetle near the top of the relative strength scale, making it one of the strongest creatures on Earth, pound for pound. Like the dung beetle, the rhinoceros beetle uses its immense strength for more than just survival. They often employ their power in fights with other males during mating season. Battling for territory and mates, these duels involve lifting and flipping their rivals, proving that even in the insect world, strength can be a matter of dominance and survival. Here's something intriguing. Despite their astonishing strength, rhinoceros beetles are actually quite docile around humans. They don't bite or sting, which makes them one of the more approachable insect powerhouses. But let's take a moment to compare. While the rhinoceros beetle can lift 850 times its body weight, the dung beetle surpasses it, pulling up to 1,000 times its weight. This raises an interesting contrast. What makes the dung beetle slightly stronger despite being in the same weight class? The answer lies in the specific mechanics of their muscle fibers, which we'll dive deeper into later. The striped muscle. The tiger. The tiger is the largest and strongest of all the big cats, and its power is legendary. Tigers can drag prey that weighs twice their own body weight over long distances. Prey that can weigh anywhere between 400 to 600 pounds. That's like dragging a full-grown buffalo through the jungle, which they often do after making a kill. Their explosive strength allows them to ambush prey with a powerful leap, striking with force and precision in a matter of seconds. But their strength doesn't stop at dragging or lifting. Tigers also have a bite force of about 1,000 psi, making their jaws strong enough to crush bones with a single bite. This bite strength is critical for taking down large prey, especially since tigers often hunt alone and need to overpower their target quickly. What sets tigers apart from other big cats is their forelimb strength. Their forelimbs are incredibly powerful, allowing them to grip and pin down prey while using their back legs to kick. This combination of limb strength and biting power makes the tiger a formidable predator in any environment, from jungles to forests. But let's not forget, tigers aren't just strong, they're also fast. Tigers can reach speeds of up to 40 mph in short bursts, allowing them to quickly close the distance between themselves and their prey. This combination of explosive strength and speed makes tigers one of the most efficient hunters in the animal kingdom. How size doesn't always equal strength. At this point, you might be wondering, what's more important, absolute strength or relative strength? Does size truly matter, or is it all about how you use it? Let's take a moment to compare some of the animals we've discussed so far. The African elephant, with its immense size, dominates in terms of absolute strength. It can carry the heaviest loads, push down trees, and move massive objects. But when it comes to relative strength, the elephant doesn't rank as highly. Smaller animals like the dung beetle and rhinoceros beetle far surpass it, showing that in the world of strength, sometimes the tiniest creatures hold the most power. This is where the idea of pound-for-pound strength becomes really interesting. For example, while an elephant can lift thousands of pounds, a flea can jump 200 times its body length. In terms of pound-for-pound power, the flea is performing a feat of strength far more impressive than the elephant's heavy lifting. This contrast is a reminder that strength in the animal kingdom is not just about size, it's about adaptation. Each of these animals has evolved to maximize its strength for its environment and survival needs. For some, like the tiger, it's about overpowering prey with a combination of strength and speed. For others, like the dung beetle or leafcutter ant, strength is used to carry resources for survival or reproduction. The ultimate showdown. Who is the strongest animal on Earth? Now comes the big question. Who is the strongest animal on Earth? The answer depends on how you measure strength. If you're looking at absolute strength, the African elephant takes the crown. Its ability to carry 20,000 pounds easily makes it the heaviest lifter in the animal kingdom. If relative strength is what interests you, the dung beetle is your champion. Being able to pull 1,000 times your body weight is an astonishing feat that no other animal can match. For grip strength, the harpy eagle rules the skies. Its talons, exerting 110 psi, make it the most powerful bird when it comes to holding and crushing prey. In the water, the anaconda is the king of constrictive strength, able to squeeze its prey with a force of 90 psi, enough to break bones. And for sheer explosive strength, nothing beats the cheetah, whose 0 to 60 mph acceleration in just a few seconds makes it the fastest animal on land.